Action. All right. You ready? Ready, Mita? All right. What's good, everybody? Episode 3. Here we go. So for this episode, we wanted to focus on college because last time we got a couple questions about college, so we thought it'd be fun to do like a college edition episode. So thank you to those who are still watching, still supporting us. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube. As you can see, we're wearing some apparel. I guess you too?
No, I'm wearing A5G. Well,
Okay.
that's not.
Well, I'm wearing college apparel. This is the only college apparel that I got. It was like this cheap $5 shirt from Walmart because the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater took all my money and still taking all my money. So
I forgot that it was college edition, so I should have worn my Whitewater shirt.
yeah. All right, it's okay. But we're just gonna dive into it. We got a decent amount of questions, but we don't want the video too long like always, so we're just gonna do a couple that we thought that was interesting. You ready? Let's go. All right, so I'll ask you and then I can just go off of the questions, all right? All right, so the first question we got was, what kind of college student were y'all like? Or I'll technically say this to you. What kind of college student were you like? Study hard, graduate with honors, work hard, play hard, or C's get degrees? So you can go first.
Anyone that knows me knows that I was a study hard person. I mean, I did go out too, but I always like got my stuff done first.
Okay.
I graduated after 4.5 years of college. Technically, I graduated with 3.86.
Wow!
Out of 4.0, which is what is it called again? It's like the highest honor.
Summa cum laude.
Yeah,
something like
that.
And I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I got like a gold strand thing, whatever. And then yeah, so I studied hard.
All right. So to go off that question, I would say I was the complete opposite. I wouldn't be like C's get degrees, but I was more like an average, like a B+ student. So what is that, like a 3.3?
B+? More like C+.
No, like a B+ average student. I was never an A student. I would still try my best, but I guess how it was when I first started college, I would like read the textbooks, take notes, like, you know, and then that was like during the first week of classes. Second week, yeah, that didn't happen again. I was just like, I wouldn't say it wasn't needed. It's just, I don't know. I'm very lazy, if you know me, so I'm like that lazy person who'll find like an easier way to do something. But yeah, so I wouldn't say C's get degrees, but I had fun. I do not, I guess, regret my academics, like, you know, my grades, everything I did. So I graduated with what is it, 3.2?
I think
So
so.
a quick story was when COVID hit. What was that, fall, spring
20.
Spring 20. So what was it? This was funny because all UW, University of Wisconsin universities was getting hit, and Whitewater was one of the last ones. But we all knew it was coming, so everybody was excited, like, oh, we're gonna get online classes and everything. And if you know, college students, online classes are amazing just because you can do everything wherever you want it. Like we did ours just back in our apartment. But every day I was on Call of Duty grinding with my friends. It was a great time. It's funny because that semester I graduated with almost a 4.0, so I would say
That's because they let everything slide.
exactly.
Okay.
So, you know, but she was still working hard. She was like, I would be napping while she would be on her laptop, like in classes and like doing stuff.
Yeah, well, because my professors are like, it's optional, but you know, I'm a hard worker, so I was like, I'm gonna join so I can better understand the material so I can get better grades. And then this guy's just like, he would either be napping behind me while my
In my
camera was on, or playing game.
And I still got a better grade than her that semester, I'm pretty sure.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No,
I
got a 4.0.
Oh, I had like
Yeah,
a 3.
shut up.
I think I had all A's and 1 A-. So I guess that's how we were in college. So, all right. So the next question is, what was it like your first year of college? Oh, I guess you didn't tell. I guess you didn't tell them, like you went to a different.
My first year of college, I went to Winona State University, which is in Minnesota. It's about like 30 minutes away from La Crosse, so like right on the border. My first year was really bad because, well, okay, I did really good in school. I think I got like, I don't remember my GPA, but it was pretty up there for my first year. But it was just bad because I was like really sad all the time, and like I had friends, but like they weren't like real friends, if that makes sense. And I don't know, like obviously we were in a long distance relationship for that year, so it was like hard to so yeah, it was just not that good.
You have something on your face. I got it.
Okay, your
Anything
turn.
else? Alright. So for my first year, to go off what Julian said, yes, long distance was super hard because we got to see each other like what, every like 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, another funny story is when she, because college for her started in like late August, I would say.
Yeah,
like the last weekend of August, or like she moved in
like middle August.
Mid-August. So we didn't see each other. This was the first time because we came, of course, like we were
we always lived by each other.
Yeah, we only lived like 20 minutes away and we saw each other, especially that summer, a lot. And then it just completely changed like 180 where we were long distance and we didn't see each other for
like a few weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks. And Julianne always says this, like, remember that one time that we saw each other for the first time in 3 weeks? It was kind of awkward because
it was like, are you still my boyfriend?
Like, we didn't know how to act. Yes, we still texted and everything, but it's like we didn't see each other for 3 weeks.
Because that summer we hung out like, oh my gosh, we hung out. We hung out every day until I went to college.
Raina,
and then
let me wipe you first.
And then we didn't see each other for like, it was like 2 or 3 weeks the first time he came to visit me. And then we were like, do we know each other?
Yeah, it was awkward, but it was just strange. But yeah, what was the question? Oh yeah, so for me, my first year, I mean, other than that, like I was like, you know, depressed and everything because of the long distance. It was super hard. It was like, literally like,
it was like one of the hardest things we've ever done.
Yeah, literally. But other than that, social life, everything, like, it was a blast. Freshman, what? I'd probably say freshman 20, almost 30 definitely happened. It's because of all the food and all the beer we were drinking in college. Because, like, it was the first time, like, I was away from home, like, you know, being independent, especially being around other Hmong people who felt the same. Like, we literally had a blast. We made, like, you know, of course, like, academics, like, I was on Dean's List that semester, too, so although I was having fun, I was still keeping up with my academics, and I was, like, a 3.5 student. We keep talking about grades, but grades aren't everything in college. It's just, I guess, what would we say, like...
It's more of how much effort you put into it.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, first year of college was amazing. Would I go back and do it again? Yes, if I could, because freshman year was... it was a blast. It was like it made college, you know. So
he gained like 20 pounds, and
yeah.
Since I was so sad, I actually lost like I lost almost
right.
10 pounds.
So every night we would go out, you know, drink at upperclassmen's house, and then we come back, and then there's this place called Peace Street. Shout out to all my Whitewater students who remember Peace Street. But all their food was literally fattening. Like what did we eat every day? We would eat
chicken tenders, burgers.
Yeah,
fries.
so there was this like buffalo chicken bowl or whatever, and it literally was like buffalo chicken, tater tots, a bunch of stuff. But oh my gosh, like after a night of drinking, you just go there. We're loud as hell, especially me and my 2 best friends at Met College, Cheng and Hua. We all got fat. If you see our photos now, don't hate. I guess we just fell in love with college, and we got like 20-30 pounds. So yeah. To talk about, when we were talking about relationship, the next question is, did your relationship strengthen once we went to the same school? So if you guys didn't know, Juliana transferred over to Whitewater sophomore year, so yeah. I guess.
Yeah, it did. Because then the year after I transferred, we lived together, and then I think I talked about this in another video where like after living together we really learned a lot about each other. So yeah, it did.
Yeah, it definitely did. Of course it wasn't like, oh, she's at we go to the same university, everything's perfect now. It wasn't like that, but it's just like we are there physically, so it just definitely helped out the relationship more. I wouldn't say there would been less arguments. I feel like we probably have more arguments at Whitewater before like when we were like, you know, dating long distance. But overall it was like a learning process. So it definitely strengthened our relationship because like Juliana said, our junior year we lived together in an apartment, and that's where we really got to know each other for those past 2 years at the apartment. So the next question, did you want to get married during college?
Yeah, I wanted to get married in high school.
Literally.
But yeah, I did. But Tutor, I guess he was unsure if he wanted to be stuck with me or not, because I think he was still debating like if he wanted me or if he wanted to search for other options. But I guess I won, so but yeah, I did. But Tutor always wanted to wait until after we graduated, which he made it come true, because right after he graduated, then we got married.
Yeah, so for the question, I mean, when I think about it, I did want to get married during college also, but I know that like we're already in college, you know, taking out loans and everything. That was our number one priority at the time. So I was just like, marriage can always wait. And I told her, I was just like, you know, after college we can get married if like we both agree to it and everything, and if our goals and everything, like all that still align and everything, and which it did right after. Technically right after I graduated,
yeah. Since
she still had a semester after. Oh yeah, I didn't say this. I graduated within 4 years. I don't know how I did it. I'm pretty sure everybody questions that too, but I did it.
Pretty sure because I wrote half of your papers for you.
That's just English. Did we do English all 4 years? No, well, we only did.
No, but I wrote your other papers for you too.
She did not write my papers.
Eds. Yeah, huh? Yes, huh?
She edited them.
I basically rewrote everything.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. So when you do papers, since we're talking about papers, and so in college, you need a certain amount of words and a certain amount of page. So for or a trick that I learned to basically, you don't have to change your font. You can actually, so for your periods and commas, you can change the size of them. So it's very like, it doesn't seem like it's much, but once you change like all periods and commas, like your paper will go down a lot. That's a life hack right there for you in college.
They're gonna get in trouble.
I didn't, so. But what were we on?
I forgot. Look at the question.
Getting married. So yeah, like I said, we got married right after college, or right after I graduated, and Juliana, her last semester was just student teaching at a high school, so. Yeah, we did want to get married, but we're just like, I told her we can wait just because priority is school at the moment, so yeah. All right. So how would you describe your college friendships now? Are they stronger?
Yeah, they're stronger. But drinking wise, we're weaker because we're old.
What does that have to do with the question?
Because it's like what we do when we're with our friends. We drink.
I guess.
But back then we were stronger, but now we're weak because we're old now. We're pretty like 25, 26.
I know.
Yeah. I think it's, I don't know, the same. Do you think it's stronger?
So how would say, so what's the question again? I need it. So how would you describe your college friendships now? My college friendships, of course, there are those really close friends, like I said, Sheng and Hua, who we still talk to. We still talk like at least once a week. But there are other friends out there that I'm still close to and everything. But would I say they're stronger? Are they stronger now? I feel like it's the same. Like the feelings and like everything, the relationship of like friends, basically friends and family, is still there. But of course you don't talk to each other since we're all grown now. Me being the first one, especially in our class, getting married and everything. It's different from talking to them now, even compared to last year, because I would always be gaming with them. Hopefully I'll be gaming them tonight because, you know, Resurgence just came out. Haha, we running it tonight, boys. But, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's stronger now, but it's still the same. We're still really, really good friends where, they come hang out over here in Appleton, or we go hang out over there in 414, so everything's still the same. Yeah, we're still the same wild freshmen. Well, we try to be young, but then the next day it's just like, yeah, we're not. Our body aches, we hurt, we can't move, we fat now too, so. Yeah, still the same. But yeah, that's the one thing I cherish the most about college. I don't really care about like, getting the degree and everything. The connections I really made in college was what made it memorable, and I would definitely do it again. So shout out to all the people that I met in college because it was a blast.
Yeah.
So, do you feel? Oh, to go off of that, what I kind of just like touched up. I don't remember what order I put it in, but do you feel that college properly prepared you for your career and life as a post-grad? So I guess to get more clarification, more information for the audience, you can tell what you went to school for, and yeah.
Do I have to?
Well, yeah, because it's like you're talking about your career field. Like, did it like prep you?
Well, it's just okay. Well, I went to school for secondary education, and
Props to her. Props to her. We need more educators out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not teaching anymore. And I probably don't plan to go back ever. So I guess it didn't. I mean, teaching's different though, because like you can't prepare someone to be in a classroom with like 30 kids.
Yeah.
Like,
so how about this?
different.
To rephrase the question for you, because I know you did a lot of student teaching in like elementary school, middle schools around Whitewater, and especially you student taught at Appleton East. Well, it was online, but did that kind of like, with that like, I guess, experience of like being that intern or being that like teacher assistant, did that really help prepare you? And did those educators at the moment like got you ready for like what it actually is when you're a teacher yourself and you have a classroom?
No, because as a student teacher and as a cooperating teacher, the cooperating teacher has to be like positive about everything, right?
That's true.
But then when you actually you're a teacher, like they're not gonna tell you the bad parts about teaching, and then yeah, I just had to figure it out on my own when I did it. But
So she said no.
there's a lot of bad parts to teaching.
Yeah, so for me, the college prepared me for my career. It's kind of hard because we're still young, so it's like, yes, I'm in the, like, to go off of me, I'm in like a career field, but did it prepare like me in that specific field? I feel like, right? Is that the question? Like, did it prepare you for like your career or like?
And just life in general.
Just life in general. Life in general, I would say no. Taxes are still hard.
We still don't know how to do that.
Let's say like buying a house, we don't know that. So like when you say preparing for like post-grad life, yes and no. Did it prepare me like in my career? I would say no / yes. Because so I went to school for, what's my degree? A BBA in marketing with emphasis. So like basically digital marketing, all that good jazz, and like social media and all that stuff. But am I in that field right now? No. Am I using it now? Yes, because I'm marketing us off online, social media. I can do search engine optimization. If you don't know what that is, don't ask me because I don't know what it means either, even though I had a job with that title, because SEO don't make sense. Just kidding. But I guess I still do some digital marketing. But overall, like, because I'm technically in the IT, IS field right now, but that's just how business degrees are. You literally hop from like department to a department. But I wouldn't say like it prepared us for our career, because I feel like most college students are still lost after college, and we just go into jobs blind, just hoping for that job to teach us, and then that's where we learn. Like, of course, there's going to be ups and downs, but of course we're going to learn from those errors and mistakes. So I would say yes and no, right? Yeah. Oh my god, my head hurts talking about college. If y'all don't know, I hated college. Like, at the academic work and everything, I just went because I was just like, I don't know, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but luckily I found something. So I guess we could talk about that a little bit later. So the last question is, do you hope Rainin attends UW Whitewater as well?
Yes, he better. I'm just kidding. He can go wherever he wants, or not go to college if he wants to too.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That question, I would say it could be his like last choice, but I really want him to like pave his own path and not just like follow us because he's his own, like, although he's our little one, it's his life. If he doesn't go to college, that's on him. But I think the thing that me and Julian always talked about, especially for our kids, is we want them to have goals. Especially like it is definitely hard because like we were there once before in high school graduating. We don't know if we want to go to college or not, but hopefully by then we can like not help them pave their path, but at least like help them out a little to see which path they want to take, because we don't want them to have no goals after high school. We want them to like chase their dreams and everything, because as parents we want them to whatever they dream and wish for is like as parents you want to help them out as much as possible. So if he goes to college, he goes to college. If he goes to Whitewater, he goes to Whitewater. But if he goes anywhere, it's fine. And if he doesn't go to college, it's fine, because you can definitely make a career out of anything. You don't need a degree, but just have goals in life. So that's all we want for Rainen. Right, mister? As of right now, he's a professional jeweler, so hopefully he can make money off of that. Right?
You're so boring. He like knows we're recording, so he doesn't know.
I know. All right, so those were, we did have some more questions, but those were the main questions that we want to touch up upon. But I guess like talking about that, I guess the last question I have is like, do you feel like the generations that are like basically the high schoolers who are almost graduating soon, do you feel that it's like you should go to college, you shouldn't go to college? Like give them some advice. Like what would you say to them? Like let's say seniors graduating this year, aka you, Brian, aka you, my nephew Brian. This is to you. If you're watching this, if you're not, I hope somebody tags in this video, Brian. Shout out to Brian because he's graduating this semester.
So what advice would I give them?
Yeah, like just like of course like college, college, like just like life advice.
Yeah. You don't have to go to college. You can do whatever you want after high school, as long as you're not being lazy, and as long as you're not being lazy, and as long as you're not just like sitting in your mom and dad's house every day doing nothing. But yeah, just have a goal and go for it, whether it's big or small. That's better than having no goals and just sitting at home every day waiting for something to come to you, because it's not going to happen. You have to work for it. So yeah, basically I agree. Like I always say, like you don't have to go to college, but there's always the technical college as well. Do your gen eds, but I feel like it's just my opinion. If you have thoughts about doing like a technical college 2 years, you're gonna transfer. I would say like you're already taking that little bit of risk going to the going to the tech. I would say just invest in a little bit more and take that extra risk that you're already taking and go to university, because I feel like yes, college is always there for you, but getting the full experience as a freshman is like you can go back to college when you're like 30, but you won't go back to the dorm. Not the same.
Yeah, you won't be in the dorms, you won't experience that. We didn't talk about our dorm life. That would have been a good.
Oh my God.
But my advice is just like, if you're basically taking that risk of going to the tech for 2 years already, I would take a little bit more and just do the university, get that full freshman 20 experience.
Yeah.
But of course you don't need to go to college. Many career fields out there that you don't need to go, but like Juliana says, don't be a bum. Like get a job right away. Yes, you have that summer right after, but and we're about to stop.
Oh, he's still learning to sit.
But yeah, college was a blast. So yeah, that's all the questions we have. The video already cut it. My camera always cuts out like around like 24 minutes, so we try to finish before that. But it's a little bit over. But yeah, that's all we have. Deuces.
Bye bye.
Raina Deuce. Deuces. Eat that toy, boy. Eat that toy.
You made him shy.
Raina, eat that toy.